Iowa football continues to stack the returnees. The Hawkeyes, running out of scholarships, really don't have scholarships. We've talked about the scholarship needs, but boy, you can't say no to a bunch of fifth and sixth year seniors. We'll talk about Sebastian Castro, who's announced he wants to come back to Iowa and is coming back for a sixth and final season. He got here in 2019. We'll talk about it in just a second. But first, I want to remind you, if you're not following me on Instagram and Twitter, do that. I guess they call it X now. At From the Hawkeye on X and on Instagram. Also, our Facebook page needs to grow. Help us do that. It's From the Hawkeye of the Storm on Facebook. We're trying to get more clips up to social media of our long-form content and short-form content. But all of our social media is important. Please follow us on all your platforms at From the Hawkeye on Twitter and Instagram, and From the Hawkeye of the Storm on Facebook. Also, sharing these videos does help immensely. So even if you're already following us on social media, just share our post, share this video, click the little share link below and copy the link and share it on TikTok or on Snapchat or wherever you use social media. All of your efforts are very much appreciated. Thank you in advance from everybody here that's been a part of the work here From the Hawkeye of the Storm. So the Hawkeyes got news here this weekend that they would be getting Iowa DB Sebastian Castro back for an extra year. The young man got here in 2019. He's really been a revelation these last 2 years. I think back to the games against Iowa State, game against Wisconsin, really seemed to play even better on the road. His knack for the football was special, is special, had several interceptions, including a pick six that was really big that kind of changed that game against Iowa State. He doesn't make that play. Iowa probably doesn't win that game on the road. At least score-wise, they would not have won that game by 6 points. And Sebastian got better, I thought, as the year went on, as the career of Sebastian went on, as it relates to coverage. But playing that special cash position, so important in the revitalized Phil Parker defense. You think about how some of these guys that have played that position at Iowa went on to have tremendous success at the next level. Geno Stone's having a tremendous year, leading the league in interceptions right now. Also, Amani Hooker, Dane Belton, guys who had a lot of college success, having success in the league. Sebastian Castro's got an opportunity to have similar success. Now, from a physical standpoint, how does he check out? I mean, he's 5'11", 205, according to his bio. He is a Chicago kid, tough-minded kid. Like, that's the one thing you always hear when people talk about Sebastian Castro, is his tough-mindedness. And you can see that with how he plays. He doesn't really seem to have much regard for, avoiding contact. He's a guy who likes contact. He's playing the right sport. And again, tremendous year with 3 interceptions. He also added 8 pass breakups and ended up being a Phil Steele honorable mention All-America, Pro Football Focus first-team All-America, and Associated Press third-team All-America. So those are some pretty incredible honors for a guy that many people didn't know who this young man was a couple of years ago, but he's emerged as an upperclassman. I had somebody ask me this a few weeks ago. Who do you think is coming back? Who do you think is returning? And this was a guy that I predicted would head to the NFL, not based on any intuition or inside knowledge, but just based upon his stock. I mean, again, with his size, I don't know how he's going to test out when he does head to the NFL Combine. But given the production, had a couple of really big plays that were game-changing plays where he's, shooting out of a cannon, like against Wisconsin on the road, maybe the biggest win in that division this year, probably was the biggest win in the division. I just thought, how is his stock going to improve? But hey, the kid appreciates an opportunity. Sebastian apparently appreciates an opportunity to wear the black and gold one more year. And even though it's the 6th year, he'll come back to Iowa. I'm sure he'll profit off his name, image, and likeness and head to the draft in 2025. So yes, scholarship numbers are still a challenge because they really don't have scholarships to hand out. Yes, they lost a few guys to the portal, but with all these 5th and 6th year guys coming back, they do not have scholarships to hand out to guys in the portal. We're still awaiting an announcement from Nick Jackson. There's still a chance that Quinn Schulte comes back. Eric All has not made a formal announcement. I think it's pretty much anticipated that he's leaving, but again, no formal announcement has been made. Cooper DeJean has said he's heading to the NFL draft, but they're going to be allowing any of these kids, any of those 3 kids I just named, an opportunity to come back if they want to, and they'll figure out the scholarship thing. Guys will leave, whether it be in this portal window or the window after spring. They'll figure out the scholarship situation. They may not end up going to the portal at all. Is that possible? It really is. Could they go to the portal at quarterback or at DB? Sure. But they got their cash guy back. They're maybe their best defensive back, not named Cooper DeJean. and that's a step in the right direction. If Sebastian had chosen to leave, we would have had some question marks about that cash position. Khalil Tate's a young guy who's heading into his second year at the program. He's also a Chicago kid. I know there was some talk out of high school. They recruited him with an eye to potentially playing the cash position. Is Cohen Intringer a guy who could potentially end up being a cash guy? Definitely his future, it looks to be not a corner, but a safety. And then maybe a guy like Rashad Godfrey, who we talked to at signing day, the 2024 signee, Rashad Godfrey out of Florida. But he'll be heading into his freshman year. So whether you're talking about Khalil Tate or Godfrey, maybe Xavier Wampa would be a candidate to move down if they felt good about Cohen Intringer up at safety, and you move Xavier Wampa with his physicality down to the cash position. Maybe that would even suit him a little bit better than where he's at right now up at strong safety. Those are question marks. But again, this is huge news because everybody that's played this position at Iowa has really thrived in the Iowa and the Phil Parker system, and Sebastian Castro is yet another. So he'll get one more year in the black and gold, and we'll await announcements on several more Hawkeyes. Keep it locked right here, folks. Just wanted to give you my 2 cents on this news this weekend. More videos, more content coming in the coming days. Keep it locked right here from the Hawkeye of the Storm on YouTube. Also follow us on social media. We'll talk to you soon.